Sending in Marisa Peer, a trained psychotherapist and life coach who'll be helping John and Shelley examine their fears and get back the social life they once enjoyed.
Hello, Marisa.
Oh, please come in.
Thank you. This is a very, very different John and Shelley. You're out and about having lots of fun, so tell me about it.
This cycle day was a particularly fun day. It really was like that.
And here's Shelley looking rather like a hot babe. You look amazing.
That was my first holiday we paid for ourselves. Me and my friend went on holiday with the girls, so we had a great laugh, great giggle.
So John and Shelley, you've been a normal weight for half your life. What happened?
It sort of went on, you know, straight after we got married, really.
A combination, couldn't afford to go out, and a combination of being comfortable at home, falling into that sort of trap.
Marisa is hoping the family photos will inspire John and Shelley to remember the active life they've lost since putting on the weight.
How did it feel, Shelley, to be this girl?
The world is your oyster, the world is at your feet, and, you know, you just live life to the full.
John, you look so carefree in this picture. What do you feel now when you look at it?
Well, when I had it, I didn't realise it was good, but I mean, looking at these pictures again, it brought it all back to me, what I'm missing.
It was a life, wasn't it?
It was a life that you took for granted, really.
And how do you feel realising that that's gone? How do you feel about
it makes me upset. I mean, I'm upset obviously for myself, but I'm also upset for Shelley because she's obviously lost her life.
Oh, to go back to that.
Overweight people tend to hide from the public because they feel incredibly judged, and we do judge them. We judge them as being weak because their weakness is visible. They're no weaker than anyone else, but it's that feeling that the public are judging them that makes them not want to go out.
There's no doubt John and Shelley want their old life back, but Marisa is keen to uncover the source of the fears that made them give it up in the first place.
When did you stop going out?
It's not been a conscious thing, but through the times, you know, we've felt uncomfortable going out, and we've noticed people making comments, and we've found it harder to go to different places because of our size. So it's generally tailed off through the years, really.
I have in the past made things up, you know, like when you go to work and say, what did you do at the weekend? I would make something up because we hadn't done anything. We never do anything. We just exist.
So it's not happy?
No.
How do you feel about eating in front of other people?
We don't really. You know, I mean, if we are forced to eat, because people say, oh, come on, eat, we take the very, very minuscule amount, and then we'll never, ever revisit the table.
We feel that we're a burden to people. We'll always be the people they're waiting for.
I totally hear what you're saying, that you don't feel like other people, therefore you don't feel that you belong. And that causes tremendous insecurity and pain, because we must belong.
Marisa is using images to provoke reactions from the hearts to see if there is more to their problem than meets the eye.
What about this one? First thing that comes into your head of this girl dancing in a disco or a nightclub. How do you feel as you look at her?
She must have very much confidence to do that, to be out there and do that on a dance floor. That's something I couldn't do.
I don't actually judge them as a person. If they look like they're having fun and they're having an okay time, I think, well, things are all right with them, so I'm probably a little bit envious of them.
When you look at this picture, just tell me the first thing that you think of.
I think they look really happy together, and they're doing something that we can't do, or I definitely can't do. I can't get on the floor, so I couldn't do a picnic like that.
John and Shelley didn't condemn the fun that the overweight people in the photos were having, but obesity in our society does carry social stigma. An American study showed that 80% of severely obese feared being seen in public.
So really, fat or slim, you actually have always had a problem with being judged and self-confidence, and that's led you to living less than half a life and not having a social life. I'm going to reactivate that same fun, outgoing, happy, social thing they had going on 25 years ago and make them know that the only thing that matters is what they feel and what they think of themselves.
So Marisa is taking John and Shelley 10-pin bowling, something they last did 20 years ago before they developed their fear of being judged by the public.
So here we are, and tell me what it's like, your worst nightmare. How is it?
It's busy. That's my first thought. It's
Yes.
very busy. So we've got to tackle the shoes. Yeah.
The shoes are the first hurdle, I think.
Yeah. What's good about where we are now? What's great about it?
Being out for a start,
Yeah.
Not sitting indoors.
Oh, Gordon Bennett.
Here you go, I'll do it for you.
As John and Shelly confront their fear of being out in public, it's time for Marisa to take a back seat and let the bowling work its magic.